This is one of the more popular firearms here at Adventure Outdoors. In the past week, the store has broken all of its sales records in its 35-year history. St. Andrews Park was the kind of place where folks felt comfortable leaving their doors unlocked and maybe even their garage doors open, but not anymore. Peggy is still recovering from the flood 3 years ago at her former home here at Cypress Club subdivision. She lost more than $100,000 in material goods, but says she never lost her faith. Here at Best Buy, you can also pick up something here in the store and have it shipped for free. It's a service they're offering throughout the holidays.
Get your children.
It started as an in-your-face confrontation between this woman and the on-site manager at Metro Mall in Atlanta's Little Five Points. But things turned violent when she went on the attack.
I don't know why she decided to attack me, but she did.
So Darren Long fired the taser he carries on the front of his bulletproof vest he wears to work every day, along with the camera that recorded the whole incident.
And I held that taser in my hand for about 12, 15 seconds before I decided to hit her with it, because I was just like, okay, all right, here you go.
That was last May. Since then, the tasing video has gone viral, and Long has gotten lots of support from folks familiar with the crime in 5 Points.
Downtown Atlanta's long had a long criminal history, and people just kind of generally avoid the place. So what I did was, you smoke weed on the street, you can't come in here.
On the streets, he's a bit of a folk hero. People stop to take pictures of him and with him. An artist even depicted him as a superhero in this sketch.
It just needs to be done. And, you know, I'm no hero.
Since Mr. Long has been on the beat here at Metro Mall, business owners say they feel safer. One woman has even decided to open a second business here.
Mr. Hong was very serious. If he see you trafficking drug inside, he put you outside and then he contact the police.
Long says he took no pleasure in defending himself.
The only thing that I took away from that was after she was able to move, she didn't look scared anymore. She looked terrified.
In Atlanta, Trey Thomas, All News 106.7 for Fox 5 News.
Trying to catch up to 2 vehicles drag racing in front of 35.
This is dashcam video of a Duluth police officer chasing down 2 men who decided to test each other's mettle on the road, right in front of the police department.
And it was very clear to him at that point that they were in fact engaged in a contest of speed, which is commonly referred to as racing, which is a violation of the law on a public highway.
Major Don Woodruff says the men were found just a half-mile down the road at this used car lot.
Hi there. I need to see your driver's license and your driver's license, please. You can't stop in front of a police car and drag race down the road.
30-year-old June Suk Lee was driving a black BMW, and 42-year-old Michael Rodriguez was driving this red Corvette. Rodriguez had a dealer tag on the Corvette, but told police he was in the process of buying it from a woman who actually still owned the car.
The dealer tag was inappropriate and illegal to use at that point. So the individual was not only charged with racing, but inappropriate use of the dealer tag.
After the officer took statements, Rodriguez asked if he would be let off with a warning because his business is so close to the police department.
Racing is an arrestable offense. Now, when you stop in front of a police department to race,
We're just a no-nonsense agency. If you violate the law, then you're going to be held accountable for it.
In Duluth, Trey Thomas, All News 106.7 for Fox 5 News.
I felt like I got hit with a baseball bat straight across the head as the impact happened.
Henry Rodriguez got the scare of his life while driving home from work on I-285 westbound Tuesday. Something came crashing through his windshield. He didn't realize exactly what it was until he pulled his SUV over to the side of the road.
Turned the truck off and looked on the dashboard, and I saw a 14-inch round concrete saw blade.
Sandy Springs police collected the saw blade as evidence. Henry was taken to the emergency room. He now has to see an orthopedic surgeon for his injuries.
I got a laceration across my wrist that's about 4 inches long and about 1 inch deep, and it cut 3 tendons and an artery. And then I got a laceration on my head, which was about a 1/2 inch deep.
Detectives hope to use this serial number to track down the owner of the blade, but a witness would really help the case. Henry didn't get a look at the vehicle the saw blade came from, so he's hoping that someone else saw it and can report it to police.
Well, if anybody saw where it came from, that would be good. It could help pay for some of the bills for my vehicle and for my doctor bills instead of me paying out of pocket.
Henry has this advice for anyone driving on an interstate in Metro Atlanta.
Be mindful of what's going on the road. I mean, these things can happen in a split second, as it did with me.
Trey Thomas, All News 106.7 for Fox 5 News.
This vehicle right here, this is where the semi-truck just pulled in and just backed into it several times and pushed.
Andrew Watson has been trying to thwart a thief since April, but no matter what he does, the crook just keeps coming back for more.
Got in and stole basically everything that we had. All of our blowers, mowers, edgers, weed eaters, chainsaws, all of our equipment.
After that first burglary, Mr. Watson had surveillance cameras installed all over his property. But that's when the thief got even more brazen. Cameras captured the man crashing an 18-wheeler through the gates at My Personal Gardener in Mableton. Watson says he's had about $25,000 worth of equipment stolen from him.
I about boiled over. As hard as we all work to make our money, seeing someone doing that to steal our stuff, it hurt.
Cobb police believe this same man hit Watson all 4 times and say he may be responsible for other burglaries.
A lot of cases we get with property thefts, there's no video of the suspect, so it's great that we have some video. We just need some help in trying to identify this guy.
In Mableton, Trey Thomas, All News 106.7 for Fox 5 News. Ephraim Harding is a typical 3-year-old. He loves to play with his siblings and cousins and fancies himself a pirate.
I am a pirate.
But Ephraim was born with a rare health condition.
He is in need of a kidney transplant. He was diagnosed with bilateral renal hypodysplasia, which basically just means that his kidneys never developed properly.
Rebecca and Seth got the sobering news 15 weeks into the pregnancy of their firstborn. But 3 years later, they have hope because preliminary tests show Dad is a match.
I love the fact that that I will be able to give life again to my kid, and I guess most parents only get that to happen once.
But for now, Ephraim has to get regular dialysis treatments and take a litany of medications that are often not covered by insurance.
And it's an estimated $45,000 that is basically looking at the whole picture of things.
After insurance.
After insurance.
What's more is that Ephraim will likely need multiple transplants in his lifetime. It's why the Hardings joined forces with the Children's Organ Transplant Association, a nonprofit group that raises money for families of child organ transplant patients.
It released a lot of anxiety surrounding the situation, and it makes us feel better too that we can help other people's kids, knowing that we've got our own to take care of too.
Incoming, Trey Thomas, All News 106.7 for Fox 5 News.